Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we are looking at Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Breakdown. It says 4 out of 5 to complete Menasor. Now the great news is this is the last figure that I needed to complete Menasor completely. So I will be showing him as a whole. I'll be showing all the figures together individually and then in their art modes as well, and I'm really excited for that because this looks absolutely fabulous. On the side we have beautiful artwork, on the back we have promo shots and 15 steps to transform him, and then on the side the Decepticons. Let's get him out of his packaging and have a closer look. Alright, here's breakdown out of his packaging, and very similar to, I'm trying to think which one it was. I think it was Wild Rider. I feel like he has a very similar build, and one that I'm probably not really a fan of. Also, you've got his tail bit that sits as a weapon. Maybe a boomerang? I don't know. It seems a bit weird to me. Other than that, he has one single gun, which is, if I can get my finger, it's very basic, very simple. They've not put much effort into it. Has a peg on the end. Now, I think the only thing that I was thinking with that is perhaps, yeah, so you could put it on the bigger base like that if you wanted to. That was the only reason that. But other than that, it seems to stick out and feel a bit bizarre to me. So, but other than that, so he has a nice face sculpt in terms of the red and the yellow, and then you got the blue, and no, I'm going a bit mad. I felt like there was lead piping in there. Light piping, for whatever reason. Don't ask me. Just a review, right? So you got this nice blend of gray and sort of dark blue in there. Navy blue as it's called. And then you got this sort of white cream. That's what it probably is, more white than cream. And then you just got this little detail. There are details throughout it, which I really like. On the figure, looks pretty decent, but that bit's inside there. You can see there's the screw points in there. That is the worst place to end up with screw points. Why they couldn't have put in a little plug gap in there, I don't know, but that's very disappointing from in terms of how it looks on the figure. He does have this almighty backpack, which you can't really do much with because you've got this piece and you have to adjust this piece to even bring this down, and it just sort of sits on there, but it doesn't seem to hold the figure back, which is good. I was worried that it could knock it off, etc., but it doesn't. Now the arm does go up. There is a swivel there, and you can also turn it there as well. There is a single on the arm, which is expected. No movement on the wrist. He can turn at the waist. I think that can, yeah, that can go all the way around, but you do have this carved piece all the way there. The legs do go up like that. There's a swivel on the top. There is a single there, but you wouldn't be able to get it up much anyway due to this massive carved piece here. Left and a right, and then an up. So you can get it in, get him into some very, very cool poses, I feel, which is great. So let's have a look at him with his fellow Stunticons in robot mode. And here is the whole squad together, and they look very, very cool together, I've got to say. And the height, oh, sorry to drop him. The height, I feel, is done really, really superbly well in terms of maximizing that Menasor is bigger. Although I still feel, oh my goodness, he is not exactly, I feel like he could have been a little bit taller, but nonetheless, he looks great, and his team look great together, and it's just very, very nice to have them completed, in my mind. Are they perfect? No. But let's be honest, what figure is perfect these days? You're never going to get that perfect figure. Now, I just wanted to bring in the, oh my goodness, this battle station. Oh my God, don't ask me why I'm doing this on camera. I shouldn't be doing this on camera. Should not be doing this on camera. Just wanted to bring that down because it's actually too high in my mind for Menasor. Not Menasor. He is not Menasor right now. He is a Motor Master. So you can put them there, and then I'm really sorry, you're not actually seeing any of this. Right. Let me move these out of the way. There we go. Right. And then you can sort of get these into little poses, etc. There's a reason why I don't do things on camera, and this is it. That was terrible. I was trying to sit him on there. That did not work out very well. He just doesn't want to sit. Come on. No, right, forget that. Forget that. It's taking too long. You know what? There's a pluck there. There we go. Don't. Come on. There we go. Right, that was the worst. So I guess my biggest gripe about the command center, or whatever you want to call it, is that there are not sort of mini guns that you could have put on these small sections for the deluxe figures to have. And I've always said this from the get-go. This piece always was too big for Motor Master. It was too tall. The trouble with that is they were trying to get it so that it was a decent size for Menasor as well as Motor Master. But it's too much. They're trying to do too much. And by doing that, it's too small for Menasor, too big for Motor Master. But other than that, it's a fun thing to do if you really want to do it. So here is Alt Mode looking absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely dig how this looks. Look at that Decepticon sign on there, looking absolutely sharp and stunning. Got some beautiful detail there. It fits so nicely together as a whole. You can look in there as well if you want. I mean, the kibbles quite well knit together. You can even get the gun under there, which I do like as well. And it's a great model. You can roll as well if you want. So that looks great together like that. So very simply, let's have a look at the Stunticons as a whole team in their Alt Mode. Ready those roads, because here comes the Stunticons to tear them up. Look at this. This is amazing. Just having all of them together. Childhood dreams coming true. If I transformed that correctly, probably not. It doesn't matter, because I have all the Stunticons in Alt Mode, and they look brilliant. There's so many things. See, the thing with this set is, I feel like they look really cool in Robot Mode. I may have my gripes about them. In Alt Mode, they look absolutely fabulous. There is nothing wrong with these at all. They look spot on, in my opinion. And then, obviously, we'll show Menasor in a minute. But once again, I feel like it is a perfect rendition of Menasor. And these just look stunning. And you can just move them around. I could easily go and buy 3 sets and have 3 shelves off these, because that's how good they look. So if you're on the fence, get damn well off that fence and go get these, because these are going to be hard to get at some point, I feel. So let's move on. Okay, so we are going to put Breakdown straight onto the leg. So very simple, same as the last one. You lift this up and you lift that up, and then it's like that. And then, I'm trying to remember how this goes in. You just pop that on there. No, that's completely wrong. You push that in there, and there are some holes on the back. If I can actually get it on. Very simple. I say very simple, don't I? And there it is. On the back, it just sits very nicely, like so. Now, I just wanted to just take this off, and I'm going to do something. Oh my if it will come off. So like so. I'm going to lift this bit up here because I just wanted to show you this piece like this on camera if I can get it's in the right angle. So, and then you can just see, I really do hope you're seeing this because I'm not looking. This piece comes together like so. And there we have the Mighty Menasor complete. And this is what we've all been waiting for, a complete Menasor as a whole. And it does look very, very nice. So you got the arm pieces, which looks swell. The sword is still a big letdown. I'm not going to lie, very disappointed about that piece as a whole. And then obviously you've got the legs, and he just looks really, really great. Mine's been on the shelf a bit too long. Pretty sure I've dusted it beforehand. You can't see that, and if we turn it around, there is the back piece, and there are the legs. Now, depending on whether you are G1 fanatic, you will probably have it like this, with the legs looking like this, because this is pretty much how it ended up being on screen like this. And I can't remember his name. I have a YouTuber to thanks for that reminder as such. But there is also the toy version where you can literally turn these around and have it like that. Now, I'm not going to lie, it is a bit wonky donkey, so just be a little bit careful. But that looks just as cool. But you do lose the articulation in this view, so to speak. So just unclear, you lose that. Now you can bring in the big gun blast. I say it's not really big. I feel like with this, with the sword in this piece, they really, that's the only bit that I'm truly disappointed about this set as a whole. But other than that, it looks absolutely fantastic, and is a great piece for your shelf. So we can only hope that we get more combiners next year to continue on growing our G1 our collections, etc. So sorry, I was going to do articulation and stuff as well. So if I turn these around quickly, so you have a swivel there, obviously. You can do the splits. There is movement on the knee as well, which is pretty cool. I do feel like they have tried to find it. And there is slight movement on the leg. I would just be a little bit cautious with that, so to speak. The head can go all the way around. The antennas, oh, no, they sort of, I thought they did move. You can lift that up, but it would look a bit weird. The arm can do 360. Can go out like that. It has a little bit of movement there as well. You have a single there, and then you do have movements on the wrist. So there is some great articulation with this figure as a whole. So there we go. So there's my review of Breakdown and Menasor, and it's nice to have the stunt cons completed finally. So if you liked my video, please do go ahead and support by subscribing. Make sure you look after yourself, very important these days. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.